Thank you for calling Pennine Housing. Please note all our calls are recorded for monitoring and training purposes.
Morning, Pennine Housing. John speaking.
Hello, John. I wanted to put a joint complaint in, please. First with my next door neighbour because I have a good reason to think she's not who she say she is, or I've got very high concerns to who she is living next door to my address, and I'd like to put a complaint in against your noise department as well. Against Elliot Collins, please, and his boss Bobette as well, please. So how do I go about that? Because I've got.
Right, I can take details. That's not a problem. So, regarding your next door neighbour, the complaint's about what? Sorry.
The complaint is about my next door neighbour putting in false complaints about noise. I've got evidence that that complaints are completely unfounded. I've got.
Okay. So, could I just ask what address do you live at? Sorry.
21 Pollitt Avenue.
And your neighbour lives at what? Sorry.
23 Pollitt Avenue.
Right, and she's making accusations of noise against you, yeah?
Yeah. It's been going on since the 7th, around the 17th of August. I got the first letter, and then obviously, not obviously. You don't know, but I know Collins came out to investigate it. Basically,
Yeah.
I don't want to get fobbed off me, we'll write to you with our findings. I basically want to know who's living next door to me when I've got a very good reason. I'm not stupid. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to be taken for an idiot. I'm not going to be fobbed off. We'll look into it. We'll write to you with our findings, and then I'll write back, and then it goes down the mountains. I want to know seriously who is living next door to me, because she's not who she.
We can't disclose that, I'm afraid.
Also, as well, I would like to know why this has not been investigated properly, because I have very good reason with logic and with brain that there is a link between my next door neighbour and Pennine, and that's not a dispute where that's in my own head. That is based on what she has said, what Pennine has said, and it's getting to the point now where I am very, very concerned who she is. And I'm very concerned why this has not been investigated properly by Pennine.
Well, unfortunately, we can't disclose any personal details of who your next door neighbour is. We can't disclose that.
I'm not saying you can, but I have very good reason that Pennine and my next door neighbour, are connected. And that's not a dispute where, that's in my own head. That is purely based on fact and logic, basically. Do you understand what I'm saying? That is based on fact. It's not for a dispute. It's not for an investigation for you to answer. Now, I know there's a connection with my next door neighbour, and I want it sorting. And I'm being serious. I want it sorted now, because she's not who she says she is. And Pennine have not investigated this to a point where she is an isolated neighbour not connected to Pennine. Now, I'm going to get off now, but I'm not waiting for a letter of we'll write to you with our findings. I'm not waiting for an independent investigation and the people investigating it and the people I've got the complaint against. That's like a criminal prosecuting himself, defending himself, and being left in charge of finding himself guilty or not guilty. I've got high concerns. It's not a case of going to the police or anything like that. I'm not happy, and I want it sorting.
Okay, so leave that with me, as I say. But you saying you've got evidence that she's
yes,
not who she says she is?
I've got mountains of evidence, and this again, it's not a dispute of we'll write to you with our findings, like Bobby said, and was a bit surprised by my tone. But I think in my situation, I think anyone with in my situation, would have a bit of a tone. And when I'm getting right through with our findings, when it's the people I've got to complain against, that's a bit stupid. Now I've got mountains and mountains and mountains of evidence that contradicts both Joan and contradicts both Pennine and contradicts both the Restorative Justice Council. Now I want it sorted. That's all I'm saying. I want it sorted because I've got high concerns. Why she's next door? Because why she's next door is highly questionable. Because it's not an isolated incident where her side can become explained, where Pennine's can be explained, and it can both be explained together, where it makes some kind of logical sense. Now I'm not daft, and I won't be spoken to like I'm daft, and I won't be treated like I'm an idiot, and I won't be fobbed off. You're like, this is nothing. I'm sorry for my tone, but I'm concerned, fella. I'm concerned twice next door, and with everything I've heard, with everything I've got, I have got a good reason to question why she's next door, and I'm not happy. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll just say I'll get this typed up onto the system, get sent to the relevant people to look into it for you. Okay.
And again, I don't want someone from Pennine to write to me with their findings, just like I've explained with the previous story about the criminal findings of guilty or not guilty. I want something sorted with my next door neighbour because I know she's not who she says she is, and that's not something in my own head that someone can say, "Oh, you're delusional, Aaron," because people go down that road, which is said in a tape recording, your word against mine. I'm not daft. Anyway, I'm sorry for my tone, right? But I'm not happy because she's not who she says she is, right? Because I'm not an idiot. I'm far from stupid. And on Elliot's side and Bobby's side, there's a connection there, and I want something sorted. That's all I'm saying. Because I'm not.
Okay, as I say, I'll get it all typed up onto the system that you've called with these concerns. Okay.
High concerns. And I've got evidence after evidence.
Okay, no problem then, Mr. Lynch. Leave that with me, okay?
Right, okay, thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye.